Oh, there's a special sip and everything. Get the extra air in.
It's like the Catalina wine.
Things that hair juice. It's all about that flavor, bro.
There you go. We truly a connoisseur of wine. Truly.
Connoisseur, aspiring sommelier. We'll see what happens, man.
Ooh.
I have not studied in like 4 months. I've just been here in New York grinding with everything else, but we'll see what happens.
I feel like with your work schedule, it's tough to do both, but crazy.
Yeah, everything just got a little bit harder. So we'll see how it goes.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Joe Judge is confirmed.
Joe Judge confirmed.
No, it is confirmed.
Yeah,
it is confirmed. It wasn't just conversations.
Yeah.
Joe Judge confirmed. All right.
I did see that one.
So Joe Judge confirmed. All right, look, hear me out. We talked about this in the group chat. Let's get into it. Let's get into some football talk, right? Let's get into some of these coaches. I think this will segue nicely into some of the topics that we wanted to get into tonight in the football world. I know at the end we'll probably touch on a little basketball. We got a little basketball news, a couple trade rumors, and current trade, breaking trades that just happened, right?
Just happened.
As always, welcome to the trenches. Jay Fine, Don Gordon, SK, coming at you. So we're talking about coaches. We got NFL coaches here. We're talking about Joe Judge coming back to the Patriots. Obviously, was a special teams coach here. Had his stint with the Giants. Got fired. Confirmed back here in New England. I'm not sure if it's confirmed yet, but Bill O'Brien rumored to be the OC.
I heard about Bill, and that one's looking very favorable.
That one's looking.
They want him back. Bad.
And now. I don't know anything about this, but someone might have just misused like a name the other day. But I heard someone talking about Matt Patricia. Is Matt Patricia back with the Patriots? Was someone just mistaken?
I think it might have been a mistake. I don't think he's with the Patriots.
I didn't hear anything about him being back with the Patriots either, right?
I didn't hear that at all.
No, I didn't hear anything about that. So okay, so I just wanted to confirm that because I think someone said his name. I know someone said his name, and I didn't remember hearing that at all.
So what's up with Matt? What's going on with him now?
With Patricia?
Yeah,
I don't know actually. Where's he been since he got fired?
I don't
from the
know.
Lions?
I actually have no clue. I feel like they're trying to do some old and some new coaches, like in like right now, like giving more people opportunities to be head coaches. It's not just like head coach going to a different spate to be a head coach again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I actually have no idea where Patricia's up to. I can look it up.
If that's the case,
but all I know is like Patricia, Sean Payton still don't have homes. So I don't know.
Sean Payton, I mean, I think it's probably going to be pretty likely. I mean, Sean Payton will, I think, end up in Dallas, right? If he doesn't retire, he'll probably end up in Dallas, I would think.
Wait, why would he end up at Dallas? Who left Dallas?
Aren't they?
Isn't Kellen Moore still there? Isn't
so I
Quinn still there?
So the rumors I've heard is that Jerry Jones really likes really likes him, and he's tried to get him before. So I heard there was talks that if Sean Payton retired, it was because they might have had a spot for him down in Dallas. But I don't know about that. That was just another rumor I had heard.
Yeah, the only thing I heard about the Dallas situation is that Dan Quinn was the likely front runner to get that position because Jerry does like him, has a track record. Know that he's made it to the Super Bowl. Obviously, didn't make it to the final situation or result that he wanted. But that's a good candidate right there. We've seen his track record, but we'll find out. But I'm really shocked about that Matt Patricia situation. Like nothing.
Yeah, I feel like
he's just on a shitty team.
I almost want to look up where
because he has the credentials. He could do anything with any roster. But like if you don't have the owners that are gonna lead you into the right direction, it's kind of pointless and useless. So that was just like a waste of time for him being up there that long. I believe they did get that one win over the Pats, though, right?
They
1 year, like one year.
They did, right?
I believe so. It was just one game, but that was monumental.
It was a big
itself.
game.
You know what I'm saying? Not so much of a big game, but monumental in the fact that he beat his former team.
Right.
Bill, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you're supposed to give someone who's done that with that roster some type of opportunity down the line.
Well, I didn't actually see anything when I Googled it. I didn't get to do like an extensive search, so I don't know where he actually is. But someone who's definitely made a lot of noise in headlines recently, and we've talked about him, And I personally think I would love. He deserves. Look, first off, he deserves to be a head coach. But if the NFL is going to let Brian Flores fall through the cracks and not land a head coaching position, we would be so stupid in New England to not reach out and bring him back, give him a prominent spot as our defensive coordinator, and tell him if he's willing to be patient, take the reins from Bill when Bill's ready to go. That's personally what I would like to see happen. I can't fathom how he's gonna end up potentially jobless heading into this season.
And here's my thing behind it. He did that move as a straight up martyr move. He knew exactly what he was doing, sacrificing his career, everything that was going to happen, because he wanted to instill people who look like him, same situation, same background, all that. Basically what I'm saying is he just wanted to be that guy to be like, hey, something has to change, and I'm going to step up and be the change for it.
Right.
Now, I would love for him to come back to New England, sit back, wait for Bill to get out, do his thing, and then take over. But that's not what it's about right now. It's the fact that African-American coaches haven't been sought after in the coaching rank.
Right.
Or I don't know how accurate his situation was, or
with the Rooney Rule and in New York. And
it's weird, man. The whole thing is just weird because just like the NBA, there's so many players, obviously African-American players, that after they're done, a few years on the line, they become coaches. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing for I don't know, like hockey. You know what I'm saying? Those players go on and come back.
Right.
Now, a majority of the players in the NFL are black. Why wouldn't they, or why wouldn't you think that they have the knowledge or the criteria or the credentials to actually lead a team to wherever that team wants to be led to?
Right.
And it's a shame what that owner did or wanted Brian Flores to do in those last few games.
Crazy.
That's straight up a slap in the face. Mm-hmm. You can't go out there and tell me, hey, lose all these games so we can get another pick. Forget the pick. I'm just trying to do this for my team. And on top of that, my players don't want to lose. They don't want to hear about another pick coming in. It's all about right now because this opportunity is very short in the NFL. The average length is what, 3.5 seasons?
Yeah,
maybe if that.
I think it's like I think varies on the position, obviously, but like the average running back's like 2 to 3 seasons. Receivers probably like 3 to 4. Quarterbacks, who knows, and then obviously offensive line. I think offensive linemen, defensive linemen have a little bit longer lifespan, but obviously those skill positions usually are pretty short for the most part.
Right, and it makes me just go back to what I was saying again. It's like, why not give some of these African-American coaches a chance to show that, hey, I could lead a team. I could do this. I played. I've taken the advice from other coaches before me. I could pass this down as well. Yeah. And it's just a shame to see it go all down like that. He attacked his character, the integrity of the game, and it sucks, bro. But, he straight up martyred himself for this situation. Once again, would love to see him back in New England. Where he belongs, where his home is, but that's not in the cards right now.
Yeah,
I'm with you guys. I'm 100% with you guys. My only worry is it's like, he's a lot of relationships in the league. There's a lot of things that he's been able to prove to be good, but it's a class action lawsuit, right? And they're technically, apparently, supposed to be, they're long lasting. They're not something that happens quick. Right. So it's going to be in this it's going to be in the season. It's going to be, I'm not going to say it's a distraction, but there are going to be cases where he's going to have to go do this. He's going to have to go do that. And, like say he goes to a certain team and things start coming out with his owner. Next thing you know, there's more bad blood. And it's just like, I get it. He's exposing a lot of things. But as an owner, the amount of risk that I could take by just bringing him on there, is it really worth it? Great, I could win a couple more games than the other guy that's on here. But am I just picking him up at this point and also having to handle all that at the same time? I know we were joking around on text. Is like, Patriots, man, we're not afraid of a lawsuit. We might not win them all, but we'll do it. But at the same time, it's just like Kraft could be easy. Like, hey, Brian, like, I love you. You were great with us when we were here. When this is done, let's talk. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we can't have all this. We have a lot of moving pieces right now. We can't have all this extra stuff and extra cameras on us while we're trying to figure our stuff out. Not saying he's being a distraction, but in some ways, long term, it's going to end up being a distraction, But, this is just about him becoming another head coach or from his jobs standpoint. But like you were saying, Steve, he's kind of a martyr at this point, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens, what comes from it. But obviously, some other jobs have come up from it. But bro, I don't know.
But bro did all this. He got that message like a week or two ago,
right?
Like from when it actually went out on social media. So that just lets you know. That should let everybody know he was holding that information. He was still trying to do the right thing because he was still interviewing.
Right.
But there was a point that he was like, "Fuck this shit." Straight up, he was gonna be like, "Fuck this shit. Why am I even trying? Why am I doing all this? I had a team that just started off the season 1-7, ended up at 500 damn near.
Yeah.
And this is the fucking thanks I get back.
Right.
I get my owner telling me, "Hey, lose games for this shit." No, fuck all that. And I know Bill was my guy before, and I said this last time to you guys. I really believe that he saw that message. He just saw Brian. Didn't even see like the end of the name. You know how on iMessages it has like the person's first initial and the last initial.
Right.
He probably didn't even look at that. He just saw Brian.
Exactly.
And was like, "Fuck it, let's go." You know what I'm saying? Texting. That's why I don't blame Bill at all. He was like, "All right, hey man, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. What's up?" And Floyd's reading it back like, "Wait a minute. This interview didn't happen yet.
Exactly.
How do you know this is happening?" And you could even tell in the messages that was going back and forth, that was transpiring. Brian Flores wasn't even mad. He was just like,
interesting.
He was like, let me see what this goes to. Waited on it. That information came out. Brian got hired. Debo, whatever his name is, for the Giants.
Yep.
And he's like, whoa, this is coming out. Because I've been spending all this time fighting for not only my career, other people's careers, other players' careers, and this is the thanks I get.
Right.
I don't blame him at all, and I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. Because like Gordon was saying, this is going to take a long-ass time.
For sure. And
this is going to take a long-ass time.
A question I have for you guys, I'm really curious to hear you guys' response to this, because I've heard both sides of the argument about the Rooney Rule. What do you guys think about the Rooney Rule? Do you think – I've heard the Rooney Rule is like – counterintuitive because it creates racial situations and racist situations. Like when it's trying to prevent them, it actually creates them. And I've also heard that like, no, it's good. We need to keep the Rooney Rule. So like, what do we think about the Rooney Rule?
Well, I mean, me personally, I think it's all about how teams want to use the rule. You know what I'm saying? Think about like tax incentives and tax advantages and stuff like that. It's like people are able to get around because, they don't want to pay taxes, right? They're finding the loopholes and trying to avoid it. It's like if people really wanted to, make use of the rule in the right way, then they would. But if they don't want to, they're going to find their way around it. See what happened literally with the situation. It's like, what happens? Bill Belichick got the information like outside of the organization, right? Bill Belichick is outside. Yes, he has relationships, but he's outside of it. Why would they be telling Bill Belichick that they were certain about this dude unless they actually were? Someone that's outside the organization. Bill, he keeps his stuff to himself for the most part, right? But the thing is, why would they be spreading that information unless it was almost pretty much guaranteed? And so it's like, if that's the situation, you're still, he hasn't even left. Didn't he say didn't even leave yet? So it's like, now you're still flying up Flores to come in and do the meeting, knowing that you already picked it. Because it's like, look again, you wouldn't give this information out unless it was pretty concrete. Right. Now you're flying up this man who's a professional, who has proven himself to be a good coach, wasting his time and only bringing him on there because of the rule. Like if the rule wasn't there, they wouldn't have invited him in the first place. They're just doing that to check a box.
Common courtesy.
But that is them using the Rooney Rule in a bad way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I've heard
actually doing it.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, because I've heard people say that by doing that, you're disrespecting Brian Flores and you're wasting his time by doing something like that. So that's why I'm curious why, if you guys don't like the Rooney Rule, if you like it, or if you think there's something like a better way to do it? Because obviously it's intended to promote, more black coaches in the NFL, but it's obviously it can be abused and not be followed correctly. So I'm curious what you guys think.
Look, bro, they were about to hire Josh McCown, who was a high
school. Oh my God!
Who was a high school. So I really,
where did he hire?
Josh McCown, for people who don't know, was a former backup quarterback.
Tell him.
You know what I'm saying? He was a former backup quarterback. For Tampa Bay, I believe, back in the day.
Josh McCown's been in the league for like 15 years, just being a third string quarterback since college.
He's done with the NFL a few years. He went to go to high school. He's been the high school coach. He was a front runner. He was a legitimate front runner of getting the Texans' job.
Nah.
I promise. I swear to God. So that's why I say I don't give a fuck about the Rooney Rule. All that shit is just, hey, like Gordon was just saying, we're just trying to get some tax write-off stuff. You see that guy, that black guy, bring him in. Oh, and that Asian guy over there, bring him in too.
Right.
Because we want to get
Bring him in so we get a couple extra picks. So we get those 2 extra picks in the draft.
So we can get everybody. So when I hear about the Rooney Rule, I don't give a fuck about it because I just heard the other day that Josh McCown was about to get the Texans head coach job.
Right.
Because he was once a former player, but not even a starting former player. Well, Gordon said again, a second, third string, all his career, coming from high school, coaching high school, was about to coach an NFL team.
Yeah.
Did he actually coach high school, Steve? I didn't even know that if he coached. I heard something about he had no actual coaching experience.
He was just like volunteering coaching with high schools, bro. Mm-hmm. And he was about to go get that shit. And I'm like, this is like a serious candidate over Lovie Smith, over a dude that brought a fucking terrible Bears offensive team to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman.
Wait, Lovie Smith is back in this picture?
He's a head coach.
He's as soon as the information, I think it was within 24 hours.
When did Lovie Smith get hired as a Texans head coach? I missed that.
Last week. Last week.
Oh, I didn't.
Or it was a couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
I missed that. Yeah, where has he been since that Super Bowl?
He's been coaching.
DC. He's been.
Or did he retire again?
No,
where was he retired?
He's been a defensive coordinator, bro.
Where? Like in the NFL?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You've seen him on the sideline too with the big ass gray beard.
He grew a big. Okay.
No, you've 7 years old, looking swole as hell for no reason.
Bro, yeah, you've seen him. He's been to DC the whole entire time, ever since that Super Bowl run.
I did not.
I think it was like 1 or 2 years after that. Still a head coach. Then after that, went down in the ranks, back to defensive coordinator, like he was originally was, and now he got that job at the Texans.
Gotcha.
But do you
apparently he retired like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, he wanted to go. Yeah, he did.
Back.
But they kept coming back because he was fucking good.
Right.
He's amazing with this job.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
He's got a pedigree for sure.
But my thing is, that's why I don't want to talk about the Rooney Rule. I don't even care about it because that's just be like, hey, we just have to check off a box. Let's get these people in here so we can say that we did it. Not even actually seeing if these people are good candidates.
Right.
That these people could actually lead their organization to a Super Bowl.
Right. That
these guys will actually instill better people in these men that they drafted, these young kids that they drafted too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's there's a history of lineage that goes on in the NFL too. Not even from an owner standpoint, but just from the coaching standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like look at the Shanahans.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Basically, the McVay situation was the same thing. It's just he just got a little bit more help in it because I don't know. It's funny, man, because I've been hearing about it the whole time, and it's like it's blatant. It's right in front of our face.
Yeah,
and nobody seems to really care about it.
It was just like so annoying because as soon as it got leaked that Mccown was actually in the running, legitimately in the running. I'm pretty sure it was like 24 to 36 hours after. Oh, they signed Lovie Smith to the thing. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things where it's like they hired him because people found out about it before it happened. You know what I'm saying? They want to deal with that backlash type thing. I don't know. I think it was just so weird. It was a very weird situation.
See, and I had a friend the other day ask me, like, hey, what do you think about all this stuff going on? Do you think there's going to be any change?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, the only change that I see, and I was trying to be an asshole, but at the same time, I was being dead the fuck serious. Like, I only see them raising that end of racism font a little bit bigger. That's about it.
Yes.
That's all they're going to do. We're all about justice and equality here. And that's all they're going to do. Make that shit a little bit bigger, but nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to be different. See, the NBA.
Put on some more people's jerseys.
The NBA, that's definitely a players' league. You know what I'm saying?
The association.
They want to hear. Mm-hmm. They want to hear and actually try to be better. Even if there's some backlash or if they didn't come on or catch on in the first few, they can be like, fuck it, we're going to listen to players because the players are the ones that are doing it. They're the ones that are getting the fans out here doing all this X, Y, Z. But at the same time, for you to get fans to go out there and contribute, you might need to get the right coaching in place. And probably hiring that black guy right there who has some credentials just because he doesn't have the same color of skin or he doesn't know the same people you know, but you know his back record. You know what I'm saying? You know what he's capable of. You know who he's been around. Bill Belichick, bro. I can't say any greater coach name than that.
Right.
And you're still just going to fly this guy out here and be like, fuck it. We're just trying to check this box off. It's crazy to me.
And that's why I mean, look, to bring it back to my original point, that's why I'm saying if the rest of the league, with this new era of Patriots that we got with Mac Jones and trying to rebuild this franchise from the ground up, one of the reasons we built our first dynasty was just by being smarter than other teams and other organizations, right?
Right.
And if other teams and other organizations are going to make mistakes, let's capitalize on it. We make mistakes we capitalize when they make mistakes with players. Let's capitalize when they make mistakes with coaches. If they're going to leave good coaches on the sideline, bring them in and stack our talent.
And that's what I'm saying. I am 100% with you. I think everybody on the Patriots organization is with you. But Brian personally, he can't do that.
You don't think he'd want to do it?
I promise you he won't want to do that right now.
Do you think even if he was personally, let's say Kraft and Bill brought him in and said, hey, we know you want to be a head coach. We know you deserve to be a head coach. Work with us for another 2-3 years till Bill's ready to step out. We promise you the keys to the kingdom, to the most historic franchise in the history of
that's what I'm saying.
Football.
It's not even about that. He is laying down his coaching career for other black coaches down the line, generations after him, way after him, that they will have a better and a fair chance that he didn't get. Because like we're just saying, he could be like, all right, yeah, I'll stay right here with you, Bill. Mr. Kraft, I'll listen to you guys. Mark my few years, then I'll take over. But this is so much bigger than this at this point.
So do you think it hurts his cause if he does that?
It's going to hurt. It's not going to hurt it like that much.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to slow it down. Okay. They're going to be like, oh, he really wanted to get back into the coaching, not actually address the situation that's really in problem.
Gotcha.
That's in faces of right now.
It would have been like if Lev Bell settled and came back for a shitty contract that year he sat out. You know what I mean? Like
when he wanted, the whole thing was he wanted more money. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing Brian wants is for a fair chance for all the African American coaches when it's their time for the interview and the hiring process.
Right.
Can't do that if you're on a team a few months later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He knew exactly what he was doing. He saw the message. He sat on it for a while. He hit his boiling point. You know
so you think his coaching days, even as a head coach, you guys think they're done?
Until this is all cleared up?
Yeah.
If he wants to, then yeah. But right now, I feel like he's really rocking with this situation because he has a ground to stand on. And then also helped the situation that Hugh Jackson, the former coach of the Browns, came out and was saying the same thing. His owner was like, hey, I want you to tank games too. Offering half the money. Brian was offered $100K per game. Hugh was offered $50K per game.
About Hugh didn't. I'm pretty sure he came out with something a few days ago saying that like it wasn't like 100. Like no, he said something right, but then he was just like, I don't have complete proof that it actually happened type thing. He kind of backtracked a little bit on his statement. It was kind of sketchy, and I was looking at it. I'm like, does Hugh getting involved in this get involved? But why would you get involved if you didn't have the proper information? Obviously, I have to double check, but from my understanding, Hugh Jackman had started to backtrack.
Maybe it was because he realized that his situation would have been like a hearsay, like a he said, she said type of thing, where like he didn't have proof.
He's already been gone already, so it's at that point like even more to his point, they would be like, hey, let's actually look at the years that he was there. Damn, those teams were really shitty. There's Jason McCourty even came out and was like, I was on the Browns in 2017. There was no way in hell we were trying to win.
Right.
So if you're not even going to look at Hugh, you could just look at this player. He was on the winning team. You think he's going to lie about that? He was on a winning team from a losing team. So maybe what he was saying was some credibility. He probably did get backtracked or approached by someone and be like, hey, pipe down. We'll give you some extra bread to the side.
Yeah.
He comes out the next day, oh, yeah, it wasn't money like that. It was,
right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's snakes and there's fucking cogs in the machine all the time when you're trying to establish something or try to get a new world order established. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just going to come with it. That's a part of the territory. Oh, we're on the move.
Oh. You got the neighbors looking at you?
He said, I bet the neighbors know my name.
Is that the cart?
Oh, hey. I was like, my roommate got back and he was chilling. Like the TV was on mute. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he wants to watch TV. Let me move to a different room.
I got. He's so courteous, man. This dude. Very nice.
What a guy.
I'm usually not that considerate, but I feel like we're not even close. We're definitely not close. We got so much to talk about that I'm just like, let me move
courteous. You put up curtains. You're courteous, bro. That's what's up.
Thinking about others. There it is.
Oh man.
Shit. Well, what are they doing? Can you see anything? Oh, wow, they are that really close. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Bro, you can see directly into their full kitchen. Yeah, so it's just like, I'm like, what's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't take me out to dinner. Please, no.
Bro, but I don't know. There's a lot going on in sports right now. A lot of coaches getting hired. A lot of positions being filled. Obviously, now we got Joe Judge, right? We got Joe Judge as OC.
Yeah, let's go.
No. Special teams.
Huh?
Back on special teams.
Special teams.
He's special teams.
Special
okay.
Teams. Yeah. And then Bill O'Brien, I think, would be OC.
Oh, yeah, for sure going to be OC.
Who's going to be the OC?
Bill
O'Brien.
Oh, that's what you were saying you wanted, too. That's what Justin was saying.
Yep, that's what Justin was saying.
No, and it wasn't even necessarily the dude, like, I wanted super bad, but, like, when they announced it, I was like, I just think, they could have done way worse. Like, he knows the system, he knows Bill, he knows the Patriots. Like, he'll hopefully be a good developer of Mac Jones.
Yeah, but he also knows how to lose like he did with the freaking Texans for so long.
That is a nice beard.
I don't know if it'll make a difference.
No, yeah, I mean, we will see. I mean, I don't think, bringing Joe Judge and Bill O'Brien back is going to solve everything for the Patriots, but I think it gives us a little bit of stability going into next year. We got a little bit of blast from the past, trying to keep some of that Patriot way intact. But like you said, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff. There's a lot of crazy hires. I mean, right off the bat, I know a couple of the names that I saw that were part of the new hire list for the upcoming 2022 season. I looked at a couple of the names and I was like, who the hell are these guys, right? Like, where did they come from? And I think a lot of people probably did that and scratched their head and said, there's definitely some coaches who could have deserved an opportunity here. Speaking of opportunities, though, we got to talk about the Super Bowl. We got a Super Bowl coming up this weekend. We got Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Joe Shiesty. Oh, man. He's going to get that 10-17 chain after that Super Bowl, man.
Steve been on the Bengals all year, all season. And you know what? I got to say, like, I think we were pretty much as a podcast. We were a pro-Bengals podcast, but Steve, once the playoffs started, he picked them. He picked them to go far in the AFC. And I think that's when my confidence ran out. I was like, all right, they had a good year. They made the playoffs. They overachieved. I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl. And Steve was like, no, they're going to make the Super Bowl. And here they go.
I mean, maybe 67% is a pro Bengals podcast. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it since the beginning. As the whole season's come through, that this moment would be happening. I would be an absolute flop, absolute loser, absolute piece of shit if I didn't just say, oh, yeah, Rams, I've been calling the whole time. Of course they're going to win the Super Bowl. Why wouldn't they lose the Super Bowl? They're going up against a Bengals team that has a boo-boo offensive line, and the Rams have so many phenomenal pass rushers. They're playing at Rams Stadium, right? Aaron Donald's been there before. Literally most of the players on the Bengals literally just came out of LSU. Like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. They have offensive linemen. They got Jamar Chase, all the boys. Like, come on now. You don't think the Rams are going to have the opportunity to hold true and spank these children? Come on.
I'm taking the Bengals. I'm sorry.
The future's now, old man. These young kids are coming. These young kids are coming to play. That boy, you can't see me with these Cartier gases on. I Pikachu, peekaboo. Joe Shiesty, that boy is too official. And he's going to catch, I believe, Jalen off guard a lot of times. Ramsey, that is. Chase, man. Chase, that's going to be a big name. But I promise you, it's not even going to be Chase. It's going to be T. Higgins that's going to ball the fuck out. He has to be the one that's going to go out and be like, all right, I got to exploit everyone else. He's going to find Eric Weddle in the middle and exploit his old retired ass, going to make him wish he was back there packing groceries still. I promise you that. Because that dude is lost in the sauce if you really look at the film. All those unnecessary hits, bro, yeah. Mm-hmm. I've seen it all, and I'm not that impressed. Also, Joe Mixon, a problem. Good luck with them getting to the perimeter. Really, though. Good luck. Play action pass, especially when they set up that screen. Tough. And that's what I was saying the whole time ever since the playoffs started, bro. It's all about who has the most offensive weapons. It is also about who's not going to get exploited on defense the most. Rams got exploited on defense a couple of times. Couple of times. You know what I'm saying? By someone who's not that fucking fast. Big body, Mike Evans, but not that fast. Now imagine going against that young boy from LSU who's actually fast, who has hands, agility, speed, quickness. You know what I'm saying? Twitchiness. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a huge problem. But that defense, though, the Bengals defense, I promise you, they're going to catch people by surprise. They're going to catch... What's up?
Who did the Rams play last? Who did the Rams play last week?
Oh, that guy that got retired.
Who they play?
The guy that got retired, Tom.
They played Tom.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I swear they were up that game. What, like by 27 points?
No, yeah, they beat Tom and then they beat Jimmy and the 49ers.
Yeah, they beat Jimmy the 49ers.
I ain't care about no goddamn Jimmy. I ain't saying you say his name.
Hold on.
I ain't saying this stupid name.
Who is literally the number 2 receiver or receiver back, as he likes to call himself, in the league?
Who's that?
Debo
Samuel. Man. They handled him. He was the only one playing. Not worried about no Jamar Chase.
He was the only one playing. He had to play receiver and running back. He had to play receiver and running back.
The 49ers don't have a T. Higgins or a Tyler Boyd.
But that's what I'm saying. He had to do that all season because he had no one else.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm not worried. If we handle Debo Samuel, I'm not worried about Jamar Chase.
Hold on.
No,
look. Score of that game?
Gordon, look. I got to back up. I got to back up what he's saying. I think heading into next year, the best number 2 receiver in the NFL, the most talented number 2 receiver in the NFL is going to be T. Higgins. T. Higgins could be a standout stud on pretty much any team. Their wide receiver 1.
Dog, they were losing.
Yeah.
Going into halftime.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want it, bro. They were losing going into halftime. They didn't score in the first quarter.
Hey, man, it's not about scoring.
It is about scoring.
I'm talking about the defense.
Defense does not exist unless we are talking about Eli Apple. That was defense. Because if he didn't make that stop before halftime with that stupid-ass play calling that they did, I don't understand what the fuck that time management was. But nonetheless, and that's what we're also going to get back to. We're going to get back to Bieniemy after this, too. I don't understand what the fuck that was to give it to Tyreek on the side, but there was not enough space. They ran it from the opposite hash to the fastest player on the opposite side, knowing that they had numbers. They weren't even in fucking man. They were just in prevent on the fucking goal line. And then they try to go to the edge. And once I saw that, I knew it was a wrap. That's what I'm saying. Bengals are going to surprise people with their defense.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to surprise people with their defense, man. They're going to get in the backfield. I promise you they're going to get in the backfield. Stafford's going to get uncomfortable. But I'm seeing this now. They did not score 1 point. 1 point in the first, and they only scored 7 in the second quarter. They didn't win that game until legit late in the fourth. Let's see.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes to go, they had to get two more field goals at 6:53 and 1:49 to solidify that game. I'm not impressed.
Hey, man, look at this. Look at this, right?
Yeah.
Think about quarterbacks in big games. Just because you play certain games, you don't necessarily have the best quarters, some of the best halves, right?
Right.
You still have opportunity to succeed with all the assets you have. I'm pretty sure this is newly retired quarterback, probably one of the greatest of all time, that came back against the Falcons. And honestly, it came back against my Rams right now. You know what I'm saying? By being down. Hey, people make mistakes. No one's perfect. Not one team in the last couple of games has been perfect, except for that Bills freaking Chiefs game. That was just such a beautiful offensive game. Defensively, there were mistakes, obviously, but mistakes will be made. It's all about what you do. Great. They didn't score in the first quarter, but you know what happened? They outscored the rest of the game. That's how they were able to win. That first half, they were down. They outscored them at the end. They won.
I'm about to get them. I'm looking at the stats, right? The Bengals, this playoff, have scored in every single quarter. Ooh. Every single quarter. And there's no way you can't tell me that does not coincide with them having as much success as they do right now. Against the Raiders, 26-19, scored in every single one. Titans.
Ain't nobody care about the Raiders.
Against the Titans.
Ain't nobody care about no Titans.
They were the guy. You know what I'm saying? They were the people to beat. Beat them 19-16 at home. Scored every single quarter. Then the road only gets harder. You had to go to Arrowhead and beat that curly-headed motherfucker with that Kermit I can't stand his brother. I can't stand his brother. Oh my God, I can't stand his brother. I was even talking about Patrick right there. No. I was just talking about his brother. I can't stand him.
His brother, bro, I can't stand his brother. You know what? No. We're not going to waste our breath.
Yeah, I can't go on. But either way, but I can't lose my mental over that. Either way, right? The road gets harder, like I was just saying. They went to Arrowhead to go beat the Chiefs. Game went to overtime. They scored every single quarter. Now, with that being said, you're going against this defensive team that you're talking about. Having the ability to score in every single quarter is only going to make their chances of winning that much greater. Yeah. That's why I've been rocking with the Bengals, and that's why I believe in them. You have too much fucking people on the perimeter offensively. Then you got that motherfucker in the backfield, Joe Mixon. I don't know the status of their tight end. I'm really not sure.
I mean, I'll be surprised if he's good to go.
I don't know. I don't even know what the injury was.
He got carted off, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It looked like it was going to be bad.
But I didn't hear anything more about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we'll see what that goes. But if he comes back and he can give them a variation of being like a decoy kind of guy, that's only going to help their case even more. And it's not like Joe's a guy that just stands in the pocket. If he got to go, he can go. You know what I'm saying? If he got to go, he can go. And that's not going to be a problem. But seeing the fact that they scored every single quarter, that makes me feel good. The Rams only had to go against Debo last week. Legit. They only had to go against Debo. And they
defense was playing all right. The defense was not bad. The
defense
was not bad.
Even more my point. Bro. They only had to worry about Debo. That's it. They didn't have to worry about Jimmy doing something spectacular. They didn't have to worry about George Kittle at all. He took himself out the fucking game. He said, fuck this shit, I'm gone.
Legit, he did nothing.
Not a damn thing.
I'm telling you,
Debo was playing receiver, he was playing slot, and he was playing fucking running back. Now they're going to match up with these guys, and they're still 4-point underdogs. Give me the Bengals all day. I'm smacking that line.
Man, all I'm saying is if that dude McPherson shows up to the game, you guys have a chance. Am I going to say you're going to win it? No. I'm pretty sure McPherson has not missed a kick this entire postseason. Check me on that.
Kid's got ice in his veins.
I am going to try to check on that. Hold on for a second. Y'all go ahead real quick.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't he a young buck too that they picked early?
He's a rookie. Yeah.
Who is balling right now in the postseason. The only thing I'll give you is McPherson because that dude is a stone cold killer. That's a rookie right there.
No, he
missed 5.
In the regular season?
No, I'm talking about in the postseason.
Well, it only gives
I'm talking about regular season.
Yeah, it's not giving me for the postseason. It's just giving me.
I know going into last game, he was 9 for 9 in the postseason, from my understanding.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's not giving me any information for the playoffs. It looks like it's only for the regular season. But for the regular season, he attempted 33, made 28. It's fucking pretty good in my book.
Rookie.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
You know what I'm saying? So that dude's a killer. I say he either makes or breaks the game from him in some clutch opportunities. But I mean, I don't know, man. I just can't. Okay, you know what? Let me also say this. I have been really big Rams for some time. I have been entire time.
Most definitely.
But at the same time, a quarterback in a second season won the national championship, Heisman, and in his second season making it to the Bowl while being the number 1 overall draft. And that's the biggest factor, right? Because a lot of people have been to the Super Bowl in their second year. Like, I'm pretty sure Jared Goff did in his second year. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady did in his second year. But being the number 1 overall draft, being able to make it, and then with the opportunity to win, if he does that, his future, I'm excited for that.
Fun fact.
Do I want him to win? No. But will I be hurt if he wins? No.
Fun fact, he'll be the first player ever in history to do that.
Really?
Win a Heisman, win a Natty, and win a Super Bowl.
Wow.
No one has ever done that.
And be number 1 overall pick.
Oh, yeah, and that too. But still, those other 3 alone, that's pretty fucking
Look,
hard. That's pretty fucking
I love
hard.
Joe. I think we're dealing with a generational type of talent. I really do. I think I actually look. I think the Bengals come out. I think they take it to the Rams. Obviously, I think it's going to be a good game. I would even go as far as to say I think, like I said to you guys, I think the Rams are going to be winning this game at halftime, and I think the Bengals will be winning at the end. I do. That's just my gut. The Bengals seem like a team of destiny. I think the Rams got a ton of holes. I think they kind of snaked and weaseled their way to the Super Bowl. I mean, if Tom Brady had Godwin and AB, they never would have got past the Bucs.
Yeah.
That never would have happened. And then they should have beat they should have got beat by the 49ers, but like you said, the 49ers had no help other than that defense and Deebo Samuel.
That was it.
That was pretty much it.
What happened to George Kittle, bro?
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't himself. Maybe he was still hurt, but that was not the same dude.
I'm pretty sure he still was a little bit hurt from the game before. Deebo healed faster because he's a young buck. I think George Kittle was still feeling it a little bit.
Damn. That was crazy.
He might have been, man. I mean, look, I think the Rams are gonna get exposed a little bit here. It's just I don't know.
I feel like I don't want to say more because I feel like the more I say, I'm probably gonna end up hurting myself. But
let's get into it right now. Prediction.
No.
It's here. This is the last show before the Super Bowl, bro. This is the last show before the Super Bowl, bro. So you have to give a definitive pick. You have to.
Yes, Rams. I am Rams all the way.
Prediction.
Even though they have been exposed multiple times within this playoffs, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say when and where. Y'all seen it on TV, but we'll see. If they play the way that they're supposed to play, they don't make dumb mistakes, and they stay true to their offense. They don't worry because sometimes they get too focused on the pass and they can't mix it up from the pass to run, so it makes it awkward. And so when they get their pass and run game moving, they are solid.
This is gonna be a home game for them, right? Yeah. This is a home game.
And it's a home game.
Yeah, this shit gonna go to their head. They're going to realize they're at home. Yeah, we're supposed to be feeling us. We're supposed to be doing this. We got M on stage. We got Dre, Mary. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to. This is going to happen. This is supposed to happen. Fuck all that shit. No way. That don't mean any damn thing. I promise you, they have too many people who like that limelight shit. You know what I'm saying? To be like, yeah, this is our destiny. While you have people on the other side, like, they really don't fucking believe in us. And that's the worst thing you could do to a person who has ambition. For someone who really wants to prove you fucking wrong, that's the worst thing that happens. So I really 100%. Think them being at home for this Super Bowl was the worst thing that could actually happen to them. And that's just my opinion. Because I've seen shit where you have the home field advantage. You think some shit's supposed to go down, and it does not go your way.
100%. I totally agree. I mean, when I look at the Bengals, I see a team that has what I like to think is one of the most deadly combinations in professional sports, right? Which is professional athletes that have nothing to lose and everything to gain, right? The Bengals have been dogs every step of the way from the start of the season.
One.
Just them playing well, people were patting them in the back. Then they made the playoffs. People were already calling that a victory in the year. Then they won their first playoff game, and people lost their shit. Oh, it's the first time First time in franchise history,
30
right?
years.
30 years. Yeah, first time in 30 years. And then they won again. Then they went to Arrowhead. They won again. And not only are they a very talented team, but I think Steve hit the nail on the head. There's a dynamic within sports, and we talk about it all the time in the trenches, that whole beyond the numbers, right? That whole mental aspect, the whole, I don't know, just the way people match up in certain circumstances. LA's a home team. They're the favorites. Everybody's already writing this off as a win. I guarantee you they're all planning on where they're partying afterwards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know they are. They're focusing more now on the after parties and how they're going to be, with the parade route and all that stuff. Is they're focusing more on the victory in the celebration than the game. That would be my guess.
Yes.
100%. And you know who's not doing that? The Bengals. You know who is, if they lose, is no one's going to walk away saying, oh, what happened? What happened to them? They blew it. No. The Bengals get to go and leave it all in the field, and no matter what, they walk away as overachievers.
Let's bring this back to the hedge betting. The fundamentals.
I want to make a quick statement because it's like from the nothing to lose versus everything to lose. For the Rams, they literally they for sure have everything to lose, especially after they say they have so much to lose.
They have no more draft picks.
If you don't
for 2 more
think
years, did you know that too?
Just let y'all
know, they don't have first round draft picks for 2 more years.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They gave up so much
just let you
for this year.
Yep.
They didn't give up for the future. They gave it for now.
Right.
If they don't win now, they are screwed. They're not going to be able to afford everyone moving forward.
No.
It is it's literally unsustainable. So they have to win now. You don't think they're going in with that mindset this week? As an athlete, into his mind, it's like, this is my senior year. This is my last opportunity to be great with the people that we have here. If you don't think I'm going into the practice mindset thinking that I'm giving everything I got so that we can perform at home, who wants to be embarrassed at home? Who wants to go in your last season, be embarrassed at home? No one wants that. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people that are...
But I said no one wants it, but it's a reality. It could happen.
I'm just telling you from a mindset, right? This is behind the numbers in the trenches, their mindset. I don't believe they're completely right in this game up. I don't think they're coming in thinking like that we're the big dogs. I think this is their opportunity to be great, and it's their time to shine. And if they don't do it, it's just not gonna be great for us. And so they're gonna do everything they can as professionals and as competitive athletes to put their best foot forward this week of practice and then going into it. I get it. Only person I'm a little worried about, Odell. He's getting more love again, like he's been in like literally years.
Been producing.
Odell's been getting a lot more love now than he has.
He's been producing, so I'm not even gonna shade him on that one. He's legit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not shading him.
Points. Yeah.
Facts. But just because he's on TV now more, I just want to make sure. Like, I believe that everyone is really locked in. I know Ramsey's locked in. I know Donald's locked in. I think Von Miller's in the training room right now, making sure his body's completely healthy because he has some health issues. I think Matt Stafford is in his playbook, making sure they're working on the extra plays that they're going to make a difference in this game because they're going to do some funky stuff to be able to make a difference. They're going to pull something out in this game that they haven't pulled out this season. But like I said, I worry a little bit about how they mix up the run game and their pass game. But for a team that has literally everything to lose, I believe they're going to go in locked into this game. And it's going to be a better game than they had the last couple of games. I can feel it.
What concerns me about this game, right, is we've seen this setup for about 2 weeks now of who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl. The only thing that's changed in this line has been a slight swing of 0.5 points. Now, the original spread was 4.5 points in favor of the Rams. with all these weapons that they have and this star-studded defense, it just doesn't seem right to me that they're only favored by 4 points.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That doesn't sit well with me. And now to bring it to the fact too that I just looked at the line again and it went down. It's in favor of 4. So now they're 4-point favorites with the Bengals at plus 165 plus money. It really doesn't make sense to me. And Vegas has like a good sense of these things. You know what I'm talking about? They usually are all right with their numbers, especially when it comes for the Super Bowls. This doesn't seem right to me, and I just feel like this is going to be the Rams' time to lose. They had all the opportunities to win. They had all the opportunities to convincingly win during the playoffs, and they didn't show that once against teams that were hurt and decimated, but they couldn't keep it up for a full game. You know what I mean? They did it the first half
for a full game. For a
full game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we've seen it. We've seen it all. But they haven't done it for a full game, and that's the part that concerns me. And that's the part that Justin was talking about. He could see the Rams winning the first half, but the Bengals coming back the second half because they had a fucking meltdown with Tampa Bay. They had a meltdown. I've never seen anything like that with this. A team was just firing on all cylinders, except for the Atlanta Falcons. Firing on all cylinders, right? And then they just come out the second half, not even knowing what to do. You got the center hiking the ball when old boy's just coming up to the line, adjusting the fucking protection. That's embedded. You know what I'm saying? That goes beyond what we just did in this week of practice. That goes to the beginning of it. So that lets me know, like, yo, this has been going on. Y'all have not changed this whatsoever. That scares me, and that's what I'm saying. I really feel like the Bengals are going to pounce on this opportunity. No pun intended, but to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Get it?
All right, so let's do it. Final scores. Let's do it. Gordon, what you got?
Final scores? Oh, man. I really don't even know what the score's going to look like, really. Steve, you go first. Right. I don't even know.
I'm saying offensive game. I'm seeing it in the 20s, the high 20s. I'm going to go 28-24 Bengals.
I'm going to go 31-28 Bengals.
I'm thinking it's going to be a 28. Damn. Is it either 21 or 17? I can just see it.
Well, you got Super Bowl squares you got to fulfill?
No, I don't. Trust me. These squares around here are crazy. Because this bar that I go to a lot, Lily's, it's like literally my favorite place in the city. And it's like the square is like $200 a square.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
That's
I was like, maybe next year.
Thank you.
But yeah. I think it's going to be because Jamar Chase, I think it's going to be 28-21. No. Yeah, it's going to be in the 20s. It's going to be 28-21.
You don't see it hitting the 30s, right?
No, 28-21. I'm going at final right now. There it is. Lock me in.
Oh, he put a full 28-21. That's a full 7. I like it.
All right, it's interesting. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to it. I think either way, it'll be historic just for one of the two quarterbacks because Matt Stafford, we talk about how he paid his dues all those years in Detroit.
Yeah.
And now he comes over to L.A. L.A. basically adopts this like new age model of managing their team and building their franchise via, getting rid of all their future, picks and assets and basically bringing in win now mode. And they're here. They're at the Super Bowl. We'll see if they can pull it off. And then if not, they don't pull it off, we're going to see the rise of Joe Burrow and what it will surely be one of the hottest starts to an NFL career that I can remember, right up there, with Mahomes and Brady. So it'll be interesting for sure. And again, also, I think, the Rams haven't won in a while, and the Bengals, I don't think they ever won a Super Bowl, right?
No. Oh, yeah, wait.
I think they did. They've been.
They've been, but they didn't win it.
No, they didn't win it. No. But you know who took them?
Oh, I think I do know this.
You hear him on every Sunday night.
Was it Collinsworth?
Chris Collinsworth.
Was it Collinsworth? He took it to the Super Bowl?
Chris Collinsworth took
shit.
it to the Super Bowl. He was a receiver, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No shit.
So
and they lost, right?
They lost. I forgot who they lost to. I don't know. You don't ask me that one. Huh. But I know they lost. But I know the last person to bring him there was Chris.
Interesting.
And you know who's broadcasting this Sunday?
Chris.
See you Sunday, folks.
Bang.
It's going now.
All right. Super Bowl, honestly, yeah.
They went to the Super Bowl in 1981 against San Fran.
San Fran,
that's
what it
was.
was.
1988, where they faced off once against Joe Montana, led by San Fran again. In history, they lost both.
Yep.
And, yeah, they've lost twice. They're 0-2.
Yeah.
Against Joe, and 0-2 against Joe Montana in the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
Sheesh.
Well, now we got Burrow and Stafford, so it should be a good one. And I think, honestly, it's kind of weird, too, or at least worth noting, that is this the first time in the NFL that back-to-back years a Super Bowl has been played at a home team stadium? Because we had the Bucs win it at home last year.
We did.
And now we got the Rams potentially with the ability to win it at home this year. It's just interesting because I know that, there was every year there's a likelihood of that happening. But in my 28 years of football, I never remember that ever happening. And now we had it happen twice in a row. So, interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember. Definitely got to do some homework on that. Oh, yeah, double back on what I was saying before. There got to be something wrong with Eric Bieniemy, bro. The offensive coordinator.
No,
Eric Bieniemy
for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs. I feel like there has to be something wrong because he's been interviewing year after year for like the past 4 years. But no one's taking him. No one, I guess, likes his philosophy.
He's probably a weirdo.
That could be
probably like a personal thing. Like he just probably does. Like he probably has a lot of good ideas, but he probably doesn't.
Can't manifest it to the owners or something like that, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Either manifest it to the owners or maybe just comes off in a wrong way, type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
But do you think he's also? Look, maybe he's in a situation where he says, "Hey, I like where I am right now. I got." Probably another 10 to 12 years of dominance out of who's going to go down as one of the probably best quarterbacks of all time.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, so what's the point of even taking those interviews?
Maybe the practice, maybe to make connections, maybe
money from who?
Also, hey, think of all the times players, they explore free agency because they want to get wined and dined and get flown out to certain cities. You know what I mean? Maybe he enjoys the process of teams trying to court him and say, hey, let's fly you out to the city, show you around the organization, show you a good time, interview you. So
that makes sense.
You probably feel like you're important.
Yeah, like you're the big dog.
Yeah,
because I've been trying to think of that. I was like, bro, he's been getting these interviews for 4 years. It's not like he's a slouch. He has great offensive schemes and game plans that he wants to install and put in place. Well, I was like,
and Andy Reid's old too. Like, you know what I mean? He's one of the oldest coaches in the NFL right now.
If Andy could put down the chocolate cake and the cheese sticks from time to time, he could be doing this for a long fucking time.
He could.
Like, and I'm like, I didn't even say that to be funny. Like, for real, he really could.
No,
he has a mind for it, but old boy likes to eat.
Maybe Bieniemy's watching Andy Reid
like,
in the cafeteria every day. He's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Like,
it's only a matter of time. Man.
They got more lamb chops in the back. Yeah, that's a eat up. Yeah, I feel it.
He's like, yeah, no, Reid's watching. He's got no clue. He ain't dieting for shit. He doesn't watch what he eats at all. I'm not going anyway.
I'm gonna watch it for him. Go ahead, bro. You got it.
I'm gonna watch it for him.
Oh man, but yeah, that was my final thoughts on that one.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it's been an interesting, I think, very interesting 2021 NFL season. Obviously, it's going to be capped off with a super interesting Super Bowl. Hopefully, either way, as much as I would like to see the Bengals win, I just want it to be a good game. I want it to be a good game. I want it to be fun. I want it to be a good product, and I hope that all this off the field stuff that we have with coaches and some stuff with players and whatnot, I hope everything gets cleared up going into the 2022 season, because I really do think we have a great young group of talent that's kind of coming into their own in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Man.
And I'm excited. So I hope they can all get their shit together, and we can make some changes, and we can move on with what could be a great era of football in the National Football League.
Justin,
yeah.
you know what I want to end though?
The Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl.
Oh,
I was about to say that too.
Yeah.
I need that to be done.
Wasn't that embarrassing? That was
I need
so
that to
bad.
be finished. When's the last time someone sat down and watched the game? When was the last time a player actually liked being there? Probably.
Well, they all love being there. No. They all love being there. I promise you.
It's one big party. They have a great time.
But to actually play the game,
it's not real. It's not good.
To actually play the game, I'm like, no, I don't care about it. But it's the whole week that leads up to family and friends, all that other part. That's the fun part. Actually playing on the field, it's like, oh, this is bullshit. We're just out here.
It's just such a joke.
I mean, look, when we were younger, they
were popping.
They were playing, bro. They played.
They were popping, boy. I miss those days, but I think here's my solution for that one. I think, like everything, bring it to esports. Have a simulation of all the Pro Bowl people and let people just watch it in the video game where you could actually see them hit and do whatever the shit. I don't know. There has to be another situation or solution for this.
So I had heard, or I read something on the internet, and I feel like it was going around a bit. I don't know if you heard it, Justin. But I mean, it's just, people coming up with ideas. It's not necessarily like a legitimate thing, but it's like the last two teams in the league have to play each other. So it was like, they went into it. It's the Jaguars versus the Lions.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's like the toilet bowl is like, and then like, I don't know. I don't know if the last team like loses something or whatever, but
it gets relegated.
Yeah, it gets relegated. They get pushed down or some shit. Like now you got to go to the minors, like some shit. I don't know. That'd be funny, but
you got to relocate to England for a season.
It's look. I think it's tough with football. It's tough when you don't have guaranteed contracts. You got a super violent, injury-prone sport.
Yes, sir.
And you're asking dudes to come out and play to their full force for a game that really is for nothing but pride.
Nothing but entertainment.
Nothing but entertainment, yeah. And I mean, it's an honor to get selected to the Pro Bowl. I mean, I almost like the idea now of, hey, selecting people to the Pro Bowl, like kind of metaphorically, and then having kind of like a bunch of skills competitions like they do, and just expanding the skills competitions and just having more players compete in more stuff. Maybe even make it entertaining where the players do stuff non-football related or sports related, you know what I mean? Just like make it more of like an entertaining like celebration of like the player's performance from the season, as opposed to like putting them in a situation where they clearly don't want to play. They're not playing at any sort of level that's worthy of watching.
Facts.
So you got to do something.
I want to see an offensive lineman go one-on-one with a regular fan.
Right? They get
one-on-ones. Just random
shit like that. Yeah, that'd be hysterical.
So
get some normal ass dudes in pads, sign waivers, and just go fuck around.
See if you
can waiver. You get hurt, we're not paying for that shit.
Yeah.
But you get to be on TV, bro.
Yeah, fuck
all
around.
right, I'll take it.
Yeah. That dude that you watch from your couch and you go, oh, he sucks. I could have made that.
Do that.
Yeah. All right,
here's the opportunity.
Come
on down to Honolulu.
Watch Steve go over there in his pads, looking all stiff and shit. Pull on left tackle. He's like, all right, man, let's go. Beating on some old guy that wanted to come in. He's like, hey, man, I've been waiting for this night all my life.
I needed this.
Plays
this is
his
a real
way into a
confidence
contract.
booster. Yeah.
But hey, I mean, in that was in what? They moved it from Hawaii to Vegas too, right? Hawaii to Vegas.
Yeah.
And real quick, because I know we got just for a few minutes, we want to touch on the NBA real quick before we wrap up. But Alvin Kamara, you guys say what happened with him after the game?
Beat some dude's ass.
He beat some dude's ass. Yeah, the pictures surfaced today.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, the pictures surfaced today, and that dude got the shit beat out of him.
Oh, I wonder what he said.
Oh yeah, and it looked like I couldn't see the dude. Like you don't see the dude's entire body, but you ever see someone's head and you can just tell that they're a giant dude.
Yeah,
like you see
this is a big dude.
This is a big dude. Yeah, this is not a small dude. Yeah. So I don't know what the hell he did, but Alvin Kamara beat the shit out of him. So
I wonder what he said.
I saw some like comments about it. I didn't really see it. I didn't see the picture, but like people were on there like, "Yo, how could you beat someone that badly?" And so like I haven't seen the picture, and it just makes me think it was like, yeah, he beat his ass, but it wasn't just like a ass beat. It was like disintegration type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he beat him so bad that it just crossed the line type thing. I don't know.
Well, hey, maybe that dude deserved it. Maybe that dude's like, that's the thing. Like we just hear that Alvin Kamara was arrested, involved in a fight. Like that could just like he's probably was arrested because he beat the shit out of him. Like they probably, you know what I mean? Like that's why he was arrested. They showed up. One dude was okay. The other dude had the shit beat out of him.
Like someone has to go.
They're like, someone's got to go. They arrested the dude who won the fight. But like, Alvin Kamara might have really been justified. Like maybe that dude was an asshole. Maybe he started the fight. Maybe he put his hands on him. Maybe he said, you gotta know what happened. I'm curious. Hey, I'm not coming down on Alvin Kamara till I know what that dude did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to know what that dude
first,
did. Man. That's
exactly.
All. That's it.
But real quick before we wrap the show up, I know we got a couple of things in the NBA world. We had a couple trade rumors, a couple trades that broke, and a couple of developing stories that I know Steven and Gordon want to hit on.
Go ahead, bro. You got it. It's the end of an era.
I mean, I would say one, there's just two teams I have my own things on. It's like the Celtics, being our team, I feel like we really didn't take advantage of it. Obviously, we have still a couple days left to kind of figure out how that's supposed to go down. Mm-hmm. But, like, what do we get? Bol, who just underwent season-ending surgery? Like, how does that help us? Like, I don't get it. Like, we clearly need another – we need a third. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're not in there. We need – I know the big man, Al Horford's old man, like, Cantor Freedom is an offensive rebounder, and he can score, but he's not a big body. Like, I don't know. There are pieces that we need desperately that we're just not looking at right now. But, hey, we have until Thursday, right? So we'll see. But, and then the Blazers, man. That dude, Damian Lillard. I really feel bad for that dude because I think he really, like him and Giannis are the two dudes who are like, you know what? I'm going to live and die on this team. Let's get this. But the Bucks actually did something to help him out. And I feel like over the last couple of years, they've done everything they could to kind of screw Damian Lillard over by getting rid of his assets. Yeah. And by them trading CJ McCollum to the Pelicans for whatever, I don't even have to see any names. I just know they're not like his caliber or enough to be able to make up for what he's able to do. That I just feel bad for Dame. I think Damian Lillard needs to leave. I think he needs to go somewhere else because clearly they are not going to win, and he's just going to be a all-time scorer, anything for that team, but he's not going to win a championship in Portland. That's my full-on opinion, and he needs to, hear this because clearly people are telling him, but he's not listening.
That organization has gone out of their way to make that man look as silly as possible.
Silly.
Year after year, and he keeps double back.
Silly like a chick on Sunday in Southie, bro. Silly.
But he keeps trying to double back and double down by saying, yo, I'm going to be loyal, and none of this loyalty is doing any justice for him. So at this point, it is time to hit up Braun and be like, come pick me up. I don't want to be here no more. This is not fun. I'll still be on the West Coast, but I can't be up here in Portland anymore. That's all I got to say about it. It sucks. No. It really sucks that CJ had to go down there to the Pelicans where they really ain't doing nothing. They're still in the West, and they're not going to make any noise. But they just fucked over Dame big time. Big
bro. I know the Lakers are trying to get rid of Westbrook just because he's just not bonding with the team, taking dumb threes, turning the ball over. But, he loves getting those stats up. So go over the Blazers, get all your stats because they have no people there. Go in the Hall of Fame for the most all-time triple-doubles, this, that, and other thing, but never win a championship. Go ahead, do your thing.
That's it.
Let Dame go on the Lakers, do what they actually wanted Westbrook to do, and they can go win a championship. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll cap it off by saying I love Damian Lillard. I think he really deserves his chance to join an actual contender and see what he can do. I think he really got the short end of the stick. And one of the things we're seeing in any real sport, whether it's NFL, MLB, NBA, with these small market franchises, right? Portland, being one of them. Yep. It's almost like in order to really build a championship contending franchise, you really have to hit on the draft and develop some young actual stars because you're not a free agent destination, right? No. You're not a place that's going to attract big names, that's going to attract, these big free agents to come play when, come decision time on free agency. So you really need to draft and hit on these young studs. And when you hit on these young studs, develop them and then complement them and make your organization and team a place that these other players want to come play. I feel like, they had their chance when they did that with Damian Lillard. They failed to this point in his career to put good talent around him. They've suffered from being a small market team, and I think it's finally time that Dame goes on and does something. And I as much as CJ McCullough probably deserves to get out of there, not like he's going to a huge market in New Orleans, but it's just kind of funny to see that like he was the one who got out before Dame. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So. Anyway,
but did he really get out? He went to the Pelicans.
No, exactly right. But at least you can say, I don't know. How's Zion doing down in New Orleans? Is he healthy?
Man, that
still hurt and 375 pounds.
That boy eating gumbo. He ain't worried about shit. he got his money.
That boy need to go to the NFL and be offensive lineman. That's what he needs to do.
That? Oh my God, I've been saying that. You don't have to run. You don't have to do none of that shit.
That dude could probably play and literally any
block for 5
sport
seconds. That's it. That's all you got to do. Block for 5 seconds. That's
Bro.
it.
I swear to God, I think a team would pay him. A team would pay him to come.
Oh, definitely.
Jerry Jones was about to take LeBron back in the day, right? When they had that lockout in the NBA.
Really? I thought that was the Browns.
That would have been one of the smartest moves ever.
Jerry wanted him.
Oh, that would have been so smart.
He was
Jerry's crazy.
If that lockout went any longer, they said he was going to try it out. Because that was a long-ass summer. And
imagine LeBron instead of pads going up over the middle to catch a ball.
That's scary.
Very scary.
That's scary.
Any final thoughts before we wrap it up, guys?
Happy Super Bowl. That's it. I can't wait for it.
Oh,
it's going to be great.
I know my dad would want to talk about it, but my weekends are so busy for the next 2 months. So probably we may or may not have him back on. Maybe have him on and make him, to talk about whatever he's got going on. But Cameroon came in third place. They lost in penalty kicks to Egypt. And Egypt played to Egypt. And Senegal ended up winning the whole thing for the AFCON.
Wow. All right.
Which, it was all right. So Senegal won. Senegal was a good team. But I thought it was so funny because Cameroon, they actually did a whole ceremony. It was actually really nice. But, Cameroon came in third place. But if you watch them in those videos, it looked like they came in first place. It was like the picture of them giving the awards of it, and that one guy in third place making out that chicken pasta ball. That's literally what Cameroon was like. They were dancing. Samuel Eto'o's on the sideline, being like, "Hey!" Awesome. I don't know if you've seen the video. He was dead. They were going crazy for third place.
That meme, that dude popping the bottle, kissing the chick coming in third place.
Hey, you got.
Bro, it was crazy. And I'm just like, yo, if no one knew the scores, it looked like Cameroon won the whole thing.
That's
so
awesome.
Live it up.
I was like, what do you say?
I was saying, live it up.
I would eat it. I would take it. No one's asking questions. Who's asking questions?
Not a damn thing.
So
no, especially I don't know what it is with the Cup of Nations, but most major tournaments in soccer happen every 2 to 4 years.
I believe so. I cannot. I have no complete clue. Yeah. I just know that I know there's women's and then there's men's. It's every 4 years, but it's off by 2 years, isn't it? So it's every 2 years type of thing.
Right. But yeah, so anyway, I think basically, just when you wait all that time for a big event like that to come around and you medal, you celebrate. You celebrate that for sure.
Man. My place, baby. Come on.
Oh yeah. You gotta celebrate the highs. Celebrate the highs.
Take it.
We're gonna end on a high note over here at the trenches. Real quick, my last shout out is to our newest show that's going to be hitting the airwaves coming at you next Monday. We have Diamond Blades presented by the Steel and Nash Show's Adam Nazzaro and very new, welcome to the Hedge Better fam, Shukri Wrights, national and local columnist and host. We're super stoked to have him as part of the team. He's coming on to do hockey and baseball with Adam.
Okay.
And we're so happy because we know he's got a busy schedule. He's involved in a lot of projects, and we're just glad that he wanted to come be a part of the Hedge Better team and make some content. So
welcome to the family, brother.
Yes,
come
sir.
On with
welcome.
It. Yeah.
Steve.
What's up? What's up?
But you told me. Why does Diamond Blade sound like it was an anime at one point in time, bro? Like,
I think
you telling me.
Bro, it kind of does. I ain't going to lie to you.
I don't lie. It sounds like a Japanese cartoon. I mess with it, though. I really do. That's going to be good. Y'all enjoy that.
Exactly. We're gonna get we'll be promoting that soon. Follow them on social. Look for them on our YouTube, and we'll be getting that out to you guys. And we appreciate you guys here at the Trenches. As always, we'll be back at you next week. We hope everyone enjoys the Super Bowl. Good luck in all your squares, your survivor pools, whatever you guys got going on. We know we got a confidence pool wrapping up at Hedge Better. I haven't checked the standings, but I know it's between a few people. We still got some great prizes to give away, and we do have that raffle as a consolation prize for one lucky winner who even, may have came up short and had an awful run of, pool, but we're going to give you a prize anyway. Thank you guys for being here. SK, Donger, Don J. Fine in the Trenches. We'll catch you guys next week after the Super Bowl. Later.
Easy.